Hi guys, it's Wire again, and this is a little show that nobody watches in the entire internet because I'm a boring person. But this is a show, and I can do whatever the hell I want. But more importantly, it's a show called Remains of the Day, and it's just something that I came up with one day and said, let's just talk about something fun, something. Let's just tell a story. Let's just talk about three random things, not really random, but more of things that I found were exceptionally plot heavy during the week, and I sit down and talk about it because that's what I do. So the first, I'll backtrack a bit and say that I hope you don't hear that echo because that echo is really bothering me. But I don't know. It's been a slow week, and there were a few interesting things, and I'll get to that. But the whole point is just enjoy. Just find something you like, write it down, remember it, because I'm pretty sure 5 weeks down the road you're gonna forget one of them, at least one, even if you spend all day thinking about it. That's why I make these videos, because you gotta remember, the whole world is full of amazing things, and the only way to keep track is to start taking score. Anyway, enough of me blabbing like an idiot. Let's get down to the three things that were, for me, quite interesting. It's sometimes you have to wonder. For anybody who doesn't know, when I usually record these early, and right now it is Halloween, and I'm not a big Halloween person, but I just wanted to note because there's some quite interesting things. So, you know how Wikipedia, well, the first thing on the list is Wikipedia because it's an awesome site. There's amazing things that they do. There's all sorts of information you can get. A lot of them need to be double checked, obviously, but on a first glance, it does give you a good summary, which is always wonderful. But back to the point, Wikipedia has this thing that they do every day where they showcase everything that important has happened during any day of the year. Alright? So it's quite interesting to note that every day of the year has some interesting things that happen, because we have how many years of history to talk about, and if scientists get good at their job, and archaeologists and all of that, we can go further. There's like, good lord, millions of years of events and information, important people who have lived and died, who were born on these days. And I just found it funny because one of the things I like to do on Wikipedia, I don't usually go on this site, probably because, you know, I'm a lazy person to reading, but sometimes if I find a date that seems interesting, I sit down and I check out what happened 100 years ago and during this day. What amazing things could have possibly happened? What could have possibly changed our world for the better or for the worse? So I sat down, took a look, and close to 100 years ago, actually more like 99 years ago, the dedication of Lincoln Highway, the first automobile road across the United States. That's quite the cars in general are quite interesting because they changed everything. It became a household thing that you could transport people. And if we go down further, I know this sounds boring, but let me get started. I'm getting there. There was further down the line, Romulus Augustulus proclaimed himself West Roman Emperor. Now that's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure he didn't think that. What is this? 1600 years down the line, the day that Romulus turned himself into the Roman Emperor would be Halloween, and that's that's kind of sad when you think about it. Oh well, and probably the creepiest thing on this entire list, which is there is some creepiness in this. Did you guys know that Joseph Stalin's body was actually inside Lenin's tomb in this because of the Soviet Union? But in 1961, on October 31, Halloween's night, somebody removed his body from the tomb. What kind of sick person goes into a tomb during Halloween? What kind of sane person thinks about these things and tries to steal the body of Stalin? They might not know about Halloween, let's say, but it does give a rather odd taste in my mouth to know that stuff like that has happened. What's really interesting to me is how births and deaths have changed over the years, because Wikipedia can show you basically the line of reasoning of mankind over the centuries. If you go to the births and deaths list, when you start from the top going down, from the top it's all important personalities, artists, musicians, judges, composers, and all these great people, generals even, from what I'm seeing. But when you get all the way down to the list, suddenly it's all, I wouldn't say all, but there's a lot of basketball players, football players. There's very little scientists, there's very little politicians, and that's sad. More of them should show up, because let's be honest, a lot of them have changed history, and I'd love to see their faces on Wikipedia, because this is a site where you can change anything. I could change it myself, but then I don't consider myself a credible source. So I'd need to. It would be terrible if I tried to do anything like that. So that's the first thing, Wikipedia. The second thing goes along with it, because there are some things I want to talk about, but I probably should save it for another time. But the written word, because Wikipedia is basically shows off what is great about the internet. A lot of people talk about how it ruins people's lives, how people get addicted, how it changes how we consume information. And to me, that's a great thing. Written word, being able to transfer the written word, anybody could write this stuff. But what's important here is anybody else in the world could also obtain the information and make use of it. The written word is amazing that way, and the internet is the vehicle that makes it all possible. One of my college professors once said that if you use a language, if you write in a language, you are basically paying homage to them. It's like worshiping a god, because the only reason people use English is because there are other people who use English, and by using it, you're helping establish the fact that it is something that everybody needs in society. The same can be said about all sorts of manner of things, and I just like how the basis of the internet, the basis is text. If you can't do anything else, you could always just write something down, post it on the internet, and everybody in the world could see it. And that's great. That's wonderful. That's amazing. Can you imagine how many different people all over the world could hear your words, the things you've written? A single "and," a single "we," a single sentence could suffice. And it could change, it could make their day better. That's why I think for some people on the internet, it feels amazing when you just say, "Oh, you're such a great person." And the other, to you, it's nothing. It might mean nothing at all, but to a random person just going along in his day, sits down, stares in front of his computer, and suddenly sees those words pointed directly at him. That's a great feeling. And I hope, if anything, if you can take anything away, I hope that you spend some time on the internet to just go up to somebody on the internet and say, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that amazing?" It's I think there just needs to be a lot more positivity, and that's about all I can say about that topic. And you should encourage people when they talk about the amazing things that they do, because I hope you're aware of this. They are people too, and they do get depressed. So that's the second thing. I'm rambling on so much today. It's amazing. The third thing is I'm not sure if this is a Chinese, Taiwanese. It's an Asian thing, that's for sure. I have never heard of it in the US, or at least coming from the US. But are you aware of the cheese, the salted rock salt and cream cheese on top of tea, cold teas? You know, the cheap stuff that they put on top that makes supposed to be making it more interesting to drink. I find that incredibly weird, don't you? I've tried it. I tried it today. I tried it a couple of weeks ago, and I still can't understand the reason why people do it, because it's kind of weird, and I can't get behind the idea. I really tried to like it, but it just seems so weird, and I have no idea why. It has no place in my tea. I'm not even British. I'm not even from that side of the world. I'm hardly a Chinese person when it comes to drinking. But I gotta say, that kind of stuff inside my tea is really annoying, and well, it just bothers me. So why don't you guys tell me exactly what it is about cheese, rock salt and cream cheese that makes you like drinks? Because to me, it seems like a fad that is kinda disgusting, to be honest. I've seen other people drink it. I've also seen but you know, that doesn't mean anything. I've also seen other people smoke, and I don't do that. But it's something to think about. Why? And there are some things that I probably will never like, and I'm fine with that, because there's a large number of things that I do like, and part of them is anybody who listens to this point in the video, because you have way too much free time on your hands. Anyway, I decided not to go with the webcam this time. It's just a video of Torchlight. So the last time you saw me playing this, it was in beta. It's already been out for a few weeks, and I'm loving it. If you notice, I actually don't even use an active skill, because I'm trying to beat the game with just auto attacks. It's amazing, and working way better than it probably should. Anyway, enough rambling on. You're awesome, we're awesome. You better write down those 3 things. At least 3 things, guys. Just 3 things. Just find something amazing. Anyway, that's it for my show, and thanks for watching. It's been crazy. There's gonna be so much happening. I hope everybody has a great Halloween. It'll be over by the time you hear this, but I hope that, you know, if you're drunk, you've already gotten over it by the Friday that I put this up. And I hope visiting your relatives and whatnot is amazing, and I just hope you enjoy. So this is Extreme Wirehead, Joseph Stalin and Lenin here, both dead except for me. You know, I'm not dead, you can hear me. But I propose a toast to all things great and small. This is Wire out.